I would need access for that. I mean, to share the slides.
The Zoom master will take care.
Okay.
A very good evening to everybody, all the guests and our lovely showstoppers, to yet another exciting meeting, our 44th meeting of Showstoppers. Let's start off with the club mission. You can repeat after me. The mission of a Toastmaster club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. We keep in mind the core values, which is respect, integrity, service, and excellence. Thank you. Next, we come to the online meeting etiquettes. We try not to talk about the 3 taboo topic, which is sex, religion, and politics. Please keep your mobile on silent. We can be generous with our claps, our applaud, and using the icon that is provided. I would like everybody to know that the session is recorded. So in case anybody wants to dress up, please go ahead and do so. Next, we have the presidential address, and I welcome Toastmaster Amita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Natasha. Wonderful beginning. Good evening to one and all present here. I extend my warm welcome to all the guests and fellow Toastmasters. Let me share a small inspirational story with all of you. It is the story of the Walt Disney. Walt Disney's success story is full of painful events and failures. But he always believed in, if you can dream it, you can do it. At school, Walt Disney was rather inattentive. His teachers often would catch him doodling with pictures or daydreaming. And he used to draw just lots of animals and nature pictures. As he grew older, he picked up a knack for storytelling. Toastmaster Nitya, can I request you to mute all the others? Thank you. He had experienced brutal failure of a cartoon series, after which he went bankrupt several times. He also wanted to become a Hollywood actor, but it never happened. He was once fired by a newspaper editor who accused him of being lazy and lacking imagination and creative ideas. But his secret of success was within him. Out of disaster, he created his first Mickey Mouse character, and suddenly it became an instant sensation. The reviews were beyond glowing, and plants of Mickey Mouse merchandise began to bloom. He was on the road to real success. Rest is history. So how many Walt Disney do we see around us? It is for us to locate them. Okay. Now, as I talk about Walt Disney, the picture in my mind is running behind of Hong Kong and Paris Disneyland. So let's come back to reality. And in reality, my friends, I would like to share the screen here. In reality, the inter-club debate contest is fast approaching. I suppose Most often people associate debate with politics or as the verbal commotion on the floor between people. But actually, debate people learn how to develop a convincing argument. They also develop and improve their speaking styles. Debate styles are developed through the mastery of the tone and volume of the speaker's voice and the rate of his or her speech. So, my dear Toastmasters, with this announcement, I shall end my speech here and declare the meeting number 44 open. I hand over the stage, now the virtual stage, to our Toastmaster of the day, who's none other than Anita Naidu, DTM.
I think we need the minutes of meeting to be read, Amita.
Yeah, okay. So I'll call upon Toastmaster Sri Devi for reading the minutes of meeting of the previous meeting. Welcome, Toastmaster Sri Devi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amita. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm here to read out the minutes of meeting number 43, the theme of which was the 8th wonder, held on Monday, 9th August 2021. The meeting commenced on time at sharp 4 p.m. Our zestful Sergeant at Arms for the day, Toastmaster Tina, began the meeting emphasizing the importance of books, 9th August also being the National Book Lovers Day. She reminded everyone of the meeting etiquettes. She handed over the baton to our dynamic president, Toastmaster Amita. She took us through the benefits of joining Toastmasters with her presidential address. The virtual stage was then taken over by the TMOD, Toastmaster Manish. He emphasized on the power of compounding, also called the 8th wonder of world by Albert Einstein. This was followed by the word of the day by Toastmaster Aditya. The word was exuberant, which means full of energy. He also added an idiom of the day, which was to do something at the drop of a hat, which means do something immediately. Following this was the minutes of meeting number 42 by Secretary Toastmaster Sridevi. Our prepared speeches for the evening were by the following speakers. Toastmaster Sridevi attempted her L1P1 speech icebreaker titled Involve Me and I Learn. Toastmaster David attempted his L3P2 speech elective Focus on Positive titled Power of Positivity. Toastmaster William attempted his L1P3 speech titled You Are Not Learning Effectively. And Toastmaster Daisy attempted her L1P2 speech titled A Feast for the Senses. Then came the timer's report by Toastmaster Amita, which was followed by voting. The virtual stage was then taken over by the table topic master, Toastmaster Rajani. This was then followed by the timer's report and voting. The general evaluator, DTM Purni, started the evaluation segment. The evaluators, Toastmaster Kamini, Toastmaster Chaitanya, Toastmaster Anita, and Toastmaster Raghunatha, gave inspiring feedback to their respective speakers. After this came the timer's report and voting, following which the general evaluator, DTM Purni, analyzed the entire session. The meeting came to an end with the TMOD closing by Toastmaster Manish and the presidential closing address by Toastmaster Amita. She also announced the winners of the day. The meeting ended sharp at 6 p.m. Thank you so much. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sri Devi. Wonderful. I would like to acknowledge the presence of all the guests for this evening in the Showstoppers meeting. And I would like Toastmaster Deepansh to speak a few words.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Deepansh, and I've completed my post-graduation from World International Business School in 2019, and currently I'm working in my family business. And this is my first Toastmaster session. So I'm just here to see how it goes. And yeah.
Wonderful. Nice to have you here. Can I request Toastmaster Anita? The other Anita.
Yeah,
To speak a few words and introduce yourself, please.
I hope you mean me, myself, Toastmaster
yes.
Anita. There are many Anitas over here, I believe. Yes. When a showstopper walks, even an ordinary path becomes a ramp. That's what I've heard. So after meeting you all, I believe when a showstopper is there, an ordinary session becomes a stupendous one. So I'm here to experience that. I'm from Chennai Champions Toastmasters Club from Chennai. I started my journey from Muscat, so I can relate to the Toastmaster sessions over there. So I would like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Anita for the opportunity and looking forward for a wonderful session. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anita. Lovely to have you here with us. I see there's a guest, Minaz. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, all Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Minaz, and I belong to the very club where Anita ma'am is our mentor. That is the Rendezvous Club. And I am happy to be here because of her. That is all I would say. Thank you.
Lovely. Welcome, Toastmaster Minaz. Is there any other guest? Okay. Okay, now I can hand over this virtual stage to DTM Anita Naidu, who readily agreed to be the TMOD of this evening. And I'm sure she's going to pull on this session with the zeal and the enthusiasm she has in her.
Thank
Over
you,
to
Madam
Toastmaster.
President.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And it's such a nice coincidence that most of you are using the cartoons, and I can see some similar virtual backgrounds being used, talks of the taste or the similar taste that you people share. We just have a late entry by Area 56 Director, Toastmaster Middat. She's here to support us with her smiles. Thank you, Middat, for being our guest today. We're all very, very humbled to have the gracious presence of so many Toastmasters from around different countries. Welcome one and all to the Showstoppers 44th meeting, quite a milestone for this club, which started its journey in the year 2019, December. That's the end of the year. Good evening once again to all the Toastmasters and budding Toastmasters. Today I'm here to talk about a very, very nostalgic concept called cartoons. And I wouldn't call it a concept, I would call it a habit. It's something which we've lived with, we are living with, and we will not die with, but of course, take with us, right? Now, I have a question to begin with. My voice is really choking. I'm not trying to imitate. It's not voice modulation. It's a really bad throat. So please pardon me, but it helps for this particular theme. So fine with it. God is great. Now, my question is, let's say you had a cup of coffee in the morning. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, how many of you are coffee lovers and how many of you are tea lovers? Coffee lovers, raise your hand. Okay, tea lovers? Akka masala chai lovers. Okay, great. Now we have an equal balance of both, if I can see the consensus. Now, if you're giving coffee early in the morning or chai, you would definitely enjoy it, right? If you don't get it, probably you'll lose your cool. Now, suppose I'm going to just say, look, Toastmaster Kamini, today you're going to just get coffee and coffee and coffee all through the day because I'm so impressed with your interest for coffee. And I'm going to keep on giving you, treating you with coffee. Kamini, what would you do? How many cups of the beautiful delight I'm giving you can you savor? 1, 2, 3.
I wouldn't be having that coffee, at least.
Right.
Because my choice.
Yeah, precisely. See, I mean, what about chai? I mean, you would have probably one in the morning and one in the evening. If it's a good rainy day, probably one more with friends around you. Finish.
True. True.
Yeah. So there is an end, a limit when it comes to coffee, tea, and other habits that we have. But what about cartoons? Do you remember those good old golden days when you just felt deaf, dumb, and everything else to the atmosphere around you, to your mother's loud shoutings, to your father's requirements from maybe the garage or from the garden? You know, you just laid dumb, laid totally inert to all those shoutings, disturbances around you when you were watching Spider-Man just after a Rasna ad. I don't know. I mean, I belong to that era, so you can judge my age from it. But I'm pretty much sure that we all were addicted to cartoons in such a fashion that Looney Tunes. I mean, I could get from each of you, so many of you into Tom and Jerry. So we just stayed inert to the atmosphere, I mean, to this glued to our eyes, glued to the screen, or forget that. We have a gentleman, Kimji, who said his favorite cartoon was Mandrake the Magician. Now, this was way, way, way back before there's something called a TV which was being used, right? Animation, TV, and all that. This was when we had that beautiful book in our hand. Hi, Cindy. Yeah, we had this beautiful book in our hand. Welcome, dear. Which said, okay, now this is the flow. This is going to come to you only if you go to the library and pick it up from there. And you finish reading it halfway through and you want to run back to the library, pick another edition and come back. So was with Champak, Amar Chitra Kada for Indians out there. And then you had asterisks and I mean, yeah, I had Manpreet put in saying that she likes Archie's. Archie's, I think even my kids still like it because of this weird relationship and the different glue. I mean, you got to understand what a ginger ale is. Probably you never tasted one, but you started to imagine what it was. Then you had things like burgers and treats and lemon soda. These were all something which is very new to us. But thanks to the cartoons, it gave us so much of all this, right? So much of all this only sitting at your home, not because of a pandemic, but because of your passion for it and your interest, which became a habit, right? So this is one particular addiction which you can't get rid of, come what may, or be at whatever stage, okay? In a train, in a plane, wherever you are, if there's a cartoon running, I'm pretty much sure you will go and click the button for that. Now I'm going to share a little details because I'm the TMOD. I felt that, okay, I have to share some details about cartoons also for the benefit of all of you. So here I am with my presentation. Now, whom do you cartoonize? When you say cartoonize, it's a verb. And people think that cartoonize is drawing a cartoon, yes, which is the literal meaning of it. Though it is a derived thing, not by Samuel Johnson, but people have started to use it as a verb. But here I'm not talking about that. In the morning, I put it on the group. I said cartoon plus idealize. Okay, all of us do idolize somebody. How do we know it? Because we start to imitate them. We start to mimic them. We start to use those dresses. There's so many things that happen. Strawberry shortcake, Dora. We just start to imitate. I mean, not us, but our children, we see them doing it. Okay, so look at this cartoon. I mean, just one little thing and it says it all. It says, do not consume if seal is broken. It's giving you a hint, right? About the food that mother says to the daughter. At the same time, it's also saying, stay away from me, don't eat me. And using the analogy, seal. Okay, this is from a boring teacher. You can interrupt me when I'm teaching only when. Kamini, Anita, you can relate to this. An asteroid is heading towards Earth, right? You have coffee for me. There you are. There's a zombie attack, or to warn me that admin is coming for an observation. Now, I mean, these things, they're not exactly a cartoon, but yes, they are sketches. And what is cartoon all about? Okay, I'm going to touch upon these three main topics over here: origin, cartoon culture, the other side of cartoons. That's the other side. Okay, that we'll discuss later. Now, when it comes to origin, okay, the cartoon word is a word that's derived from Italy. Okay, in Latin, it is carta. And Emily Coel was the French caricaturist who actually took from the paper and put it, he did a lot on the paper, but nevertheless, he took it from the paper and put it on the digital media. Can we have the timer and me spotlighted as well? Timer, please time me as well, okay? Okay. Yeah, so now this gentleman, thank you so much. This gentleman created an anime, he was called the father of the animated cartoon. Before that, it was just a static cartoon on a book, right, on a piece of paper. He created more than 100 animated films and created morphing. For people who don't know morphing is different positions you put the same person to show an action happening, right? Or a morphing is a transformation from one character to another character seamless. Now we move on to the next part of origin of cartoons. Now, when I talk about origin of cartoons, here is a small tidbits about what was the first animated television series, because we are all comic people, read on the paper. But when it became a series, it was the Crusader Rabbit. Then it was the Flintstones. How many of you don't know Flintstones can raise your hand? The Flintstone family, right? And then the Jetsons. I don't know about Jetsons. I got to know about it now. So probably I'll get into it and read more about it. Cartoon culture. When I talk about culture, we're not talking about different kinds of places or countries and so on and so forth. What we are talking about, the mood behind the cartoons. Why are the cartoons created, right? Any answers, any guesses from you? Why are the cartoons created? What is your idea about it? I'm searching the timer. Yeah. Yes. Why are cartoons created? Somebody unmute yourself and tell me what are the different types of cartoons that you've come across, read, liked. Don't give me the names. Tell me the genre. Tell me the reason behind creating those cartoons. No, not his birth story or anything, but is there an objective for creating
to
cartoons?
convey some kind of a message which we can't say.
Okay.
For fun.
Educational ones. Let's talk about it. Educational.
For fun.
Yeah. Entertainment. Main thing is entertainment. Disney, Walt Disney saw entertainment. Then he moved on to merchandise. That's the other part of the cartoons. That's a later part. But then, yes, entertainment. Anything else where cartoon is used and very much in vogue?
It's just another form of storytelling.
It's another form of storytelling. Okay. Anything to add on?
I guess it's just used for also escapism.
Okay. And yeah, Sridevi?
A humorous way to criticize.
Precisely. Pun intended, unintended, whatever intended. Okay. But that was politics, right? When you wanted to talk about the democratic world, the republic world, what was better than using a media which people are stuck to, glued to, right? So I'm going to just touch upon this and then we move on. You can see here, this is called an editorial cartoon. Editorial cartoons are cartoons which talk about the current system, political, social, whatever, the system in which you prevail. Now, if you're looking for this, the Disney's new employee dress code, here the aim is to talk about a particular company called Disney, okay? But there is pun intended over there, if you read about it. Similarly, when you look at this, the way internet is wrapping us, people have lost touch with the book. And a child with the book is either going to do this scrolling, trying to see if the page can scroll up, or going to come and ask, this is what? Where is the keypad? Where is the mouse? And then we have this gentleman. How many of you don't know him? Being an Indian, right? Now, this person has brought in so much of glory. He has glorified the wrong side of politics by saying that this is not what a common man needs. So he has glorified the requirement of common man through his cartoons, right? He's R.K. Lakshman. And there's so many beautiful cartoons that you can see, small books that you get in railway station. And then you have like Toastmaster Prasad said, scholastic cartoons, the educational ones, the ones which come with messages. Like they don't have anything, any other underlying message except straight cut message, the literal message, right? Amar Chitra Kada, Magic School Bus, Dogman, Arthur, Dora. Still today also we leave our children open with these comics, cartoons on the TV as well. They are very, very harmless. Then you have the cartoon strip. You wait for your daily newspaper just to read this strip. Calvin and Hobbes. Then you have Peanuts. I mean, how many of us have not been waiting for this during good old newspaper times, right? Okay, the next very interesting part is cartoons for marketing, but I'm going to stop here and I'm going to continue with what is more required here, which is the continuation of today's meeting. Yes, timer, noted. The red color is visible. Now we move on to the very most important role player who's going to introduce a little tidbit into our grammar, who is the word master. And today we have a person who is currently a student with the Westwood University in Sharjah. And she is in, I think she is with the business, if I'm not mistaken. And she's also, okay, even before I go to the word master, I need to thank our timer, Toastmaster Nitya. Toastmaster Nitya does not belong to the Showstoppers, but she's been a very proactive person when it comes to bagging roles. She's been very supportive, and she is the secretary of the Rendezvous Club. And here she's taken up both the Zoom master and the timer role today. And her favorite cartoon is Tom and Jerry, because Jerry makes her laugh, and Tom and Jerry reminds her of her sibling fights that she had in her childhood. She's still a child for me. Okay, and now we move on to the word master of the day. The word master today is Toastmaster Neha. Toastmaster Neha, again, she likes Donald. Did you say Donald Duck? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, she said she likes Belle. Belle, because from the Beauty and Beast, right? Yeah, because Belle is a character which is way ahead of her time, very modernish, at the same time, very empathetic, very independent, and very creative and kind. So she can relate and associate with this character. And today she's our word master. So Toastmaster Neha, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amita. So the word for today is anomaly, which means something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. An example for this word would be the character of Belle from Beauty and the Beast was made to be shown as an anomaly among the old-fashioned people. So based on that, would anyone would volunteer to make a word with this, would make a sentence with this word? Any volunteers?
Pick names, pick names.
Toastmaster Kamini. How about Toastmaster Kamini? Is anyone willing to unmute themselves?
Okay, I think you've gone a little too fast. If you want to reply, go slow with your word.
The word is anomaly. It means something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. Do you want me to repeat the sentence again, Toastmaster Anita?
Better.
Yeah. The character of Belle from Beauty and the Beast was made to be shown as an anomaly among the old-fashioned people. Okay. So based on that, can anyone now volunteer to make a sentence with this word in it?
Any takers?
Shall I try?
Please.
Yeah.
Recently, when I had gone for a health checkup, my lab technician said there's an anomaly in my blood test, but I was physically healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anita. So the challenge for today is to use this word in your speech.
Amita, you can go for it.
Yeah, I had raised my hand. I would like to go for it. It is an anomaly to see hailstones or ice caps on mountains in this part of the world, which is the Middle East.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amita. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Anita Naidu.
Thank you so much. There's so many names that are rhyming with Anita, Amita. So I think let's be more clear. And Neha, slow your speed, right? I mean, not many times do you come across people with such anomalous speed while talking. Anomalous, yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Neha, for that word. Yes, let's use that. Now we have an interesting segment coming up, which is the prepared speeches segment, the most awaited one. Today we have three very, very competing speakers coming up with different kinds of speeches. There's nothing common in all the speeches today. And we have three speakers. To begin with, the first speaker today is Toastmaster Manpreet. Toastmaster Manpreet is a Toastmaster for 2 years with the Showstoppers. She's been a debate champion along with her team. She heads, I think, a creative division. She's into creative works with her company. And she likes the Archies. That's what she cartoonizes. So here we have her evaluator, Toastmaster Natasha, to read the objectives of her speech. Toastmaster Natasha, over to you.
Thank you, Anita. Toastmaster Manpreet, she is presenting her level 1, project 2, which is the speech title Bullying. The speech length is from 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of the speech is, of this project is for the member to present a speech of any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. All the best, Manpreet.
Toastmaster Manpreet, bullying Toastmaster Manpreet. Over to you, Toastmaster Manpreet.
I don't know, my system hanged. Thank you, Toastmaster Anita. Last month, I was talking to my friend who lives in States. Past 2 years, almost close to 2 years, because of pandemic, everything was in a lockdown. Last month, her office reopened. She joined. She was so excited. After 3 or 4 days, I think, when I again talked to her, she was crying over the phone, saying, I was really happy when I was working from home. Reason being, yes, you can see it on the screen, bullying. She said for past 2 years, I was so happy because I only had to attend the important meetings, no other conversations, no cafeteria talks, no bull, ... So that is when I came up with this idea of giving my speech on bullying. As we all know, that, just a minute, screen is hanging. As you all know, that bullying people face in schools, colleges, offices, it's not just about kids. It's also about adults who are working in a professional environment in companies. It is repeated, unwelcoming and hostile behavior, which is linked to power imbalances. Why do people bully? Feel insecure and powerless. Yes, they don't feel powerful. They feel powerless, and that is why they do it. They need to control something, and they get rewarded for this behavior when they are imposing and doing something forcefully. It can be virtual, it can be verbal, and it can be through gestures and otherwise. Please victimize others by using tactics like intimidation and threats. If you don't do this, I'll do that. If you don't do that, I'll do this. Something of that sort, which my friend was facing from her boss. I still have to come up with a technique properly to tell her, but this is the scenario that is happening everywhere. Bullies, they actually insult others with words or with their gestures. Intentional exclusions. They would purposely not invite you to the parties. They would purposely not invite you to the gatherings which you might be interested in. And then spreading rumors and lies in a professional environment, how it happens, people, they just talk about it, that this person is actually not working fine, and this person is actually so good in the work. So these kind of rumors and lies, all these things, all these tactics, the bullies, what happens to the victims, just like my friend. These people, they feel lonely and isolated. They don't feel like going to their jobs. They don't feel like talking to others. And the way they were enthusiastic about getting back to work, they would probably withdraw themselves from it. They wouldn't want to go there anymore, or probably change their jobs. They develop anxiety and depression. They feel lonely. They have eating, sleeping changes or disorders. And in extreme cases, they have suicidal thoughts. How to stop bullying? I have been talking to my friend, and I am yet to come up with a proper plan. As I told you all, it takes time to actually understand that the problem is not with the victim, but the problem is there with the person who is bullying. Even if that person is your senior, uh, usually it's not your juniors, but your peers, your seniors, you need to take a stand. People take advantage of you because they feel that they are at a position of power, but you need to take a stand. It's always good if you have a support group. You have friends around you who can actually take care of you, with whom you can discuss, because bullies usually do not come around the groups. It's always better to try and stay as neutral as you can, not showing any effect on you, being indifferent to what they are doing. A bully comes, passes a remark, just ignore. It's easier said than done. But once you tell them or you deprive them of that, of that response, they tend to stop. Sooner or later, they will. That's what I have been, Googling and discussing about. Deal with it quickly. The longer you take time in replying to it, the longer the person takes advantage of you, the more it registers in your mind, and more difficult it becomes for you to actually respond to such things. So we need to deal with it quickly. As I was talking to my friend, I was telling her that it's just the beginning. So you need to take a stand. You stay neutral, but at the same time, because I am working in a company and I understand that it's not so easy to stand up to your boss. So still thinking about it, and don't keep any secrets. You have friends in different departments. You have friends as your team members. Discuss with them, come up with those things, because usually the bullies, they don't target just one person. They target different individuals around them, not just one single person or just one group. They would target different people and they will try to bully them. So it's always good that you share these things. Don't keep it as a secret. When you are coming up front with whatever is happening with you, those people will also come. They might share those incidents, and then when you have the strength of so many people, those things ought to take care of themselves. So I feel those things are really very, very important to discuss. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manpreet. Request everyone to share your feedback with the speaker in private message so that you don't influence the evaluators. Okay, we move on here now to the next speaker of the day. And our next speaker is a chemical engineer. He is a chartered financial analyst. Now, some of that is very, very new to me, okay? But still, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to put things in place. But he is heading, a chemical engineer is heading a business which actually showcases speakers who are, very enthusiastic to talk. He runs an online social network for public speaking and communication skills. What more can you ask for in a speaker on this platform? He loves reading, balance sheets, and he wants to be a busker. Okay, in Dubai it's illegal, but I don't know what India. So you can play your guitar there, and good luck to you on that. Now we have Toastmaster Ronak, who's going to come and give his speech. I'm not going to talk about the speech because his evaluator is here, finally hunted him from the Patal Lok. Toastmaster Kimji, are you there? Please read the objectives.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Definitely in Bulot and not in Patalok, so back here. So Toastmaster Ronak, it's your pathways of leadership development, level 2, project 1 speech. And to refresh your mind and so that you may not have any anomaly, the completion of your project requires you to spend time evaluating your time management skills. In your speech, you will deliver a well-organized speech on any topic of your choice, and you will choose to speak about the time management exercise that you completed during the project. The speech can be humorous, international, or any type of your choosing. The speech should not be a report on the content of managing time project, and your speech would be 5 to 7 minutes. I wish you all the very best for your project speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kimji. Toastmaster Ronak, I'm sorry I missed the title once again because it was not prepared. Was that the one? I'm not prepared. Was it the one? Okay. Yeah, Toastmaster Ronak, the stage is yours. All the best.
I'm not prepared. Toastmaster Anita, I'm really not prepared. Evaluator Kimji sir, I'm really not prepared. You guys think this is a joke? This is the story of my life. Not prepared is the story of my life. So when the other day, our Toastmaster of the day, Anita, called me with her mellifluous voice, saying, hey, Ronak, there is a speaking slot. There is this exciting 44th meeting. It is going to be jam-packed with different people coming in. Would you take the speaking slot? And I was like, yes. So easy to say a yes on a Wednesday, equally difficult to prepare a speech on a Tuesday. Anomalous to my nature, I actually started prepping the speech Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I put in 10 hours doing absolutely nothing. And when the pressure arose, I was still unprepared. So on a Thursday morning, when I was actually going to my usual route of doing nothing again, I saw something that changed the course of my life, not slightly, drastically. Because what I saw was a small procession, a ceremony. See, people, where I come from, there is a small tribe. That small tribe, when anybody attains manhood, when he's ready to take a woman, when he's ready to get married, they have to go through this process of flagellation. What is that? What is flagellation? Well, it's a small festival where the women of the tribe, they foregather, they sing the joys of hum-hums. The men gather in groups again, very silent, very descriptive of their faces. And suddenly this youth, the guy who's about to get married, suddenly he strides forward. And he's naked right above his waist, completely naked. And when he strides forward, there was this sudden man that appeared with a cruel whip and starts lashing upon this lad. This naked fellow gets a beating that he's not seen anywhere. This fellow is not prepared. And me and my friend are just observing what is happening during this entire procession, this ceremony. And this sudden man is not stopping. He keeps on, sets upon his lad, keeps him lashing and flogs him like a fiend. To my surprise and my friends, what we saw was this young man, this youth, was smiling. He had a smile. Out of nowhere again, ladies and gentlemen, a venerable judge of this community, very respected man, he crouches at the feet of this young man, making sure that he shows no resistance. But again, to my surprise, this unprepared man had a smile. And every time he was beaten, every time he was lashed upon, his smile grew wider and his songs of praise grew louder. And that is when I realized that if any time we are unprepared, and if the lashing of pressure is set upon us, and Anita ma'am with her mellifluous voice keeps on pressuring you, and if you are unprepared, just stride yourself up. Have a smile. Look at the audience in the eye. And remember that if you are unprepared, if you just show up, look into the eye of all these beautiful Dubai Toastmasters members and imagine that all of you out here are out here for some extension of credit. You guys owe me money. And if I believe that, if I actually believe all of you are out here to ask for some extension of the credit that you guys have, I'm now prepared. It's this mindset when things are not working, when there's lashing, when this youth had welts, he had the scars of lifetime, blood was flowing in, but he smiled. So the next time you are unprepared and when you have this huge pressure mounting upon your head, remember to just stride yourself up, look upon your audience and smile wide. Because that's how you prepare. The best preparation, ladies and gentlemen, happens when you're unprepared, but you still show up. So if you're unprepared, show up, smile, and never give up. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ronak. Please leave your feedback to our second speaker in his private message box, please. Thank you so much. Now we move on to the last speaker for the day. This is for the benefit of everyone. We had Toastmaster Tina, who was a part of this meeting, but unfortunately she could not make it. So in the last minute, we had a very, very proactive person who said, okay, let me try, let me go for it. So I thought she will come up with a speech which is like, okay, fine, maybe something which is done. But here she is doing something different. She's coming here to influence, inspire, and leave an impact on her audience. I'm not going to talk more about it. We have her very, very inspiring evaluator here, Toastmaster Amita, who will be reading the objectives for Toastmaster Kamini's speech. Toastmaster Amita?
Yeah. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. The purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amita. Toastmaster Kamini for us is from the Morrison Muscat Toastmasters. She is currently serving as the VP Education there, and she's also the Division B PR Manager. And she is a very humble person. She's all set to give her speech. Toastmaster Kamini, the stage is yours.
Madam, please have a look at this trendy purses here. Could I have everyone's windows cameras on so I can see if anybody is interested in my purses? Yes. Well, don't worry. I'm not here trying to sell any bags, but it was for depicting the famous Gujarati proverb saying, Bole tena bor vechai, means he who sells is only the one who speaks. How many of you have heard over here in the audience this proverb? May I have a raise of hands? He who speaks can sell. Good. Toastmaster of the day, the showstopper Toastmasters and guests. A very, very good afternoon to all of you. During my childhood, I was an introvert, could not utter a word in the class. So shy was I that many times I used to sit back in the class. I was not a backbencher, but was very shy. Fearing if the madam would call me then. At that time, my dad used to tell me, my dear Dolly, don't feel too shy. Always remember, he who speaks can sell. At that time, I never used to understand what this advice was. I was small, just for 9 to 10 years old. And I continued to be shy and hence missed many opportunities in my school days. I realized my mistake in my first 2 months of a temporary job, which was in a showroom, selling purses. I was supposed to sell female purses and men's wallet. I tried hard but could not sell a single bag in 3 days' time. Used to come back home dejected, depleted, and completely disappointed. Once again, my father advised me, my dear Dolly, don't worry. Remember, he who speaks can sell. This time the words hit my head quickly. Next day, I was back in the showroom and I studied the product well, prepared myself for selling these purses. I had understood that I needed to speak loud and my shyness won't let me sell. That day, I sold 5 purses at one go. And this small achievement was a welcome anomaly in my life. I became more and more confident in speaking loud and clear. After a few years, I met a handsome young man, tranquil in nature and honest in his actions. After several friendly meets, we both were wondering who would confess their love first. I picked up my father's words of wisdom. What were they? Can someone say? Come on.
He who speaks can sell.
Speaks can sell. And so, one sitting at a cafe, I asked him, why did you buy 2 cans of Coke? We both can share one. These words turned out to be the preface to the rest of my life, and we got married. In the same year, I got a job in a British company as web administrator. My boss, who was a British, called me Kamini instead of calling me Kamini. Now, instead, I did not stay quiet. Why should I? I had to correct my word spelling. And immediately I told him that the pronunciation was wrong, sir. Please, it is Kamini and not Kamini. Though many of my colleagues were teasing me with this, but I did not revert back with this and I stuck to my name instead of changing it. I realized he who speaks can sell. Means in this case, had I not spoken, the teasing saga would have continued. Today, I'm here giving my speech in front of you all to prove the point that you all Toastmasters have something in you. Some story which was inspirational. Many times these are topics which you would have liked to prove in your life, but have not succeeded. We speak with our friends, colleagues, family members, but need to speak to the point and with clarity. If you are not going to speak up now, how is the world supposed to know you exist? All great personalities, Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and Malala, too had to speak to prove their points. All the above incidents in my life have made me realize he who wants to be known and wants to prove a point must speak aloud and with clarity. Always stick to the point and do not adjust with anybody else's view of point. You have to prove your point. Thus, I believe he who speaks can sell. Will you all speak from now on? Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamini. Please leave your feedback to our speakers in their private chat box, please. That's the minimum you can do. You can compliment them as much as you want. Now we move on. I'll just take you all back to the theme. Before that, can we have our pretty timer, Toastmaster Nitya, give us the timer report so that we can launch the polls? Toastmaster Nitya?
Yes. Toastmaster Manpreet took 7 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Ronak took 6 minutes 7 seconds. And Toastmaster Kamini took 6 minutes 26 seconds.
Okay, so all are qualified. We will be launching the polls very shortly. Zoom Master, can you launch the polls, please? Okay. Now I'm just going to share my screen to where I stopped. Cartoons for marketing. Do you know that there's one gentleman called Tom Fishburne who actually was a cartoonist by nature? But then when he saw that there was so much of a demand for his cartoons to, create some kind of a culture for companies, for corporates, for individuals, events, he thought, why don't I start marketing using my cartoons, my cartoon talent? And this gentleman, I'm going to send you all the document. These are some of his cartoons. If you keenly look at them, you can see that the back to office syndrome, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be totally animalist. It's just that we've reopened, it's giving a picture of how imprisoning was, the atmosphere of going back to an office. The atmosphere of an office can be for a person who's enjoyed the luxuries and freedom at home with stretched legs and hardly any trousers, right? If you can see this strategic planning, wow, this is a company that is heading nowhere. Okay, this year, then guess, then hunch, this could happen. I mean, I don't want to explain this. This is something which you need to see and enjoy. Product choice overload. That's just like the information overload we do in our WhatsApp groups. We just keep on dumping people. We don't even know if they want it or not. This is like the product. You have one headache and so many things. And then you go there and say, wait, there's more. All of these choices now come in a different spice flavor. Okay. So these are some of, Tom Fishburne's things. He termed them as marketoons. And this is something which all the cartoonists, we have a very honorable cartoonist here on board today. But all the people who can sketch can actually make use of this, all the creative people with creative juices. Now, time for me to call the person for the evening. I think if we have guests from Makati, and we got certain people who said, wow, on the official Toastmasters group, the moment they heard that we have a cartoonist coming in, it's because they have enjoyed the flavors of this gentleman's beautiful Toastmaster related cartoons. The Toastmaster Ravindra is a Toastmaster for 12 years. And he has been using cartoons, the talent given by God, and making people laugh for the past 5 years. And he says he's been sharpening his skills for the past 3 years. He's being very specific over there. But today he's here to give us more and more and more about this beautiful technology which makes people laugh and which just needs a paper and a pen. Toastmaster Ravindra, actually, I asked him about whom does he idolize, and he came up with these people. Now, these are, I'm sorry, the gentleman Sridhar and Mr. Bapu, Sri Bapu. They are high time, big time artists who've been there all through and very senior people whom Toastmaster Ravindra has grown up idolizing. And if you look into the way each of the nature of their cartoons are very much different. Again, you have a political genre here when you look at Sridhar's cartoon here. Now, these people are more into social reforms, and so they've come up with this view. And Bapu has got his own way of picturizing a woman. So Toastmaster Ravindra is here to give us more more explanation, more insight to cartoons. Toastmaster Ravindra, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, you would want me to share your document or you would want to do it yourself?
Yeah, keep it open. When I ask, you can just press it on.
Yeah.
And give me sharing right for the other where you see the cartoon.
You have it. You have
other screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Given?
Yeah, it's given. It's given.
Okay. 1 second. Just let me open the other one. Just okay. Good evening, everyone. All Showstoppers, Toastmasters, and other Toastmasters from different clubs. It's a thank you very much for inviting me and ask. And DTM Anita Naidu asked me. I question myself whether I am really capable of presenting something, because I call myself not as a cartoonist, but not even as an amateur cartoonist, I can say. So it's I'm learning. Just it's a scribbling. I did not join anywhere. It's only question of just a hobby, scribbling, and with the new gadgets and all, it's more easy nowadays to scribble with iPads or stuff like that, and you can try. So that's why I want to just try share my experience of how I do it. And first, let me. When Anita Naidu asked me to do it, I asked my son. I always take my son's advice whether I should go or not. He said, "Okay, go ahead and present. If the cartoons are okay, it's okay. Otherwise, you become a cartoon. That's all." So I am ready for that. Then I am here. So disclaimer, I already told. This is only I'm sharing my experiences and my thoughts. So my interest of cartoon started as DTM Anita Naidu asked in the last session. I mean, in the previous minutes, how many of you are a coffee person or a chai person in the early morning? So the day starts with chai or coffee. Madam, can you start the screen, that PowerPoint?
Would you want to use this here or not here? Then I'll have to stop this sharing.
Yeah, okay.
This is your screen, is it? You're just using it as a screen. That's fine. That's fine. I thought it is. Give me a second. This is still showing as a share thing. So I'm going to stop.
Come out of the other screen?
You cannot share two things, so I'll just use
No, I'm asking you to share the file which I sent you.
Right. Then this whiteboard will go, I think.
Yeah, no problem. Whiteboard I'm not going to use now.
One second.
So how many of you all start the day with a newspaper and a coffee? So in fact, we used to have that hard copy of the newspapers. It was a wonderful experience. That experience we don't get in the iPads or other electronic gadgets. So when the early day when in my childhood started used to start with the call daily called Inadu. That's our one of the most famous newspaper in Andhra Pradesh, Telugu newspaper. The editorial cartoonist is Sridharan. What Anita Manadu has shown that person, you know. So he is the person. He's a wonderful cartoonist. So every day morning, myself and my mom will sit together and fight for the first page. So that's how it started, the love for the cartoons. So when I went to college later years, so my mother used to clip the good cartoons and keep it for me when I return from in the vacation. She used to show it to them. Can you just go for the next slide, madam? These are all the cartoons my mom has cut from the newspapers and kept it for me to view in the vacation time. So these are all some 30-40-year-old pieces. So that's how my mom influenced me to have this hobby. So now coming to the cartoon things, like what is the thought? What is that stuff makes the cartoon? The thought, actually, yeah, it's basically like a humorous speech only. Basically, you have some satire or some comparison. Getting that idea, for me, there is no fixed formula. I'm still trying for it because you can say it's the idea. So when it clicks, we don't know. When somebody asks for it, I will have a blank face. But when you sit something relaxedly, then you have something. So also the speeches, what you watch, the newspaper readings, the meetings, what you have, these are all basically, since it's satire, something you don't like it, so you will put it, exaggerate into something, and then a cartoon idea comes. If you see this cartoon here, the one it is here, this idea came when the contests of humorous speeches are going. It even I experienced it when we think that's a very good humorous speech, but it won't click. So this gentleman is coming and crying, and his wife is telling him, "They did not laugh for your humorous speech. It's okay. Tell me the speech, I will laugh." So that's how it is. So the idea comes like that. I think the screen is smaller one here. All the audience can see this. Hello.
Yeah, can you see?
Yes, we can see. We can see.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is the first. On the left hand side one is the cartoon season again. I mean the contest season. So this boy is blackmailing his father. Do you want me to be here, or you want me to go out? If you want me to go out, give me $50. He says. So this is the current Zoom atmosphere. And the other one also, like we always see when you go to a meeting, you always see, did you listen? And what I said now, he says, I confirm that you are audible and visible. So these are all the many times we keep hearing these things. So that I made into a cartoon. So this one actually there is a story behind this, little weird for me, I should say. I heard that your humorous speech, my funny wife got first place. Congrats. So, but I don't know, for some reason, when I shared this cartoon in the TMI Facebook, someone objected for this. So, like, I don't know what was the reason and all, but anyway, immediately I pulled it off. So, there is nothing, I mean, there are things, cartoons, usually in the political sense, they offend. But in Toastmasters, we don't want to offend anybody. It's only a question of light humor we have. So we try to that, but so far, luckily, I never heard it except for one person. I don't know for what reason also, that still I don't understand. So yeah, there can be a possibility if you don't be, okay, this is another one which says, what? They snatched your phone, locked up you in a room, then made you stand before a group, asked you to answer their question. I will take complaint, but what is it? It's a table topic contest. So these are all things happen in a contest, especially in a Zoom also, man, like you, of course, in the physical meetings, you take out the things. This is again a solace from a wife, like he says, in life we plan, work, expect a lot, but all gets decided in just 1 to 2 minutes. She's asking, oh, tell straight away you lost in table topics. contest. So this is how it goes. So there are other things. This is one recently I made this one. What are you doing with my speech papers? Taking it to the next level. That's all gone. The case is gone. So she is putting an almara. So this is the other one where we always say that grammar thing. I think no. Oh, your teacher doesn't know anything. He says parts of speech are just three: opening, body, and conclusion. So this is the one, and yeah, this one also was liked by many people. My dear boy, I like you in all aspects, but my daughter is a DTM, and we are looking for only a DTM. This is going to be reality probably, maybe a reality already. So that's how it is in Toastmasters community. And this one, no, I will not give my speech now. What do you mean? It will make me sleep easy. You know. So the other benefits of a speech. So this lady is telling here, my pathway is different, your pathway is different. We can't marry. So that's what, okay, this one is, I will have two spring rolls. This is the difficulties of a XCOM, you know, you can see the difficulties of XCOM. So he says, I will have two spring rolls and two egg rolls. This guy is asking, I'm asking about XCOM rolls. So finding a XCOM person is a difficult thing. So these are the things we know who are in XCOM already. This one, I drew it for the DTAC here in Qatar. So I got a best promotion award also for this. The left one, what you could see. But unfortunately, of course, as you all see, that is a Zoom event. So if it was a physical event, it would have been much different. So this is also on that occasion only I wrote this one, DTAC, and this fellow understands the DTAC. So everything actually, I mean, that's something surprises me. Like even though I do little, this is one apt fun for me for many meetings. You know, so many Toastmasters come and just switch off their cameras. You know, it's a perfect setter, I should say. Like, and this guy gets scary. So I always, when I'm a general evaluator, also always say people don't, unless it is so much essential, don't switch off your camera because it after all motivates the speakers and whoever speaks. So this guy is another man. Okay. What is that one condition I should accept for you to be a sergeant at arms? We always say sergeant at arms, you introduce the president in a different way every time. It's a tough task really. But you know, this fellow is asking, give me 25 ways of introducing you, then I will be taking sergeant at arms position. So this is how it goes. Then, madam, am I in time or am I shooting out?
I think we should move on to the practical section.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So just regarding the drawing thing, I have some. I mean, there is no time to draw and show everything, but I'll just vocally tell some things. The expression comes when the facial differences. If you see, but the difference between a man and a woman is the eyebrows of a woman are higher and the eyebrows of a man is lower. To the, I mean, the distance between the eyes and the eyebrows. That is one. And the jaw, this jaw also it's something. And the nose also there is a difference. You can just observe it. I mean, you all know it, but just only I cannot draw and show here. And when it comes to portraying a small kid, the head proportion is a bigger one, and the body compared to the body. So that's how it is. And you can play all with eyes, or the way when you blow up your eyes, the center point comes small and the expressions will come out normally automatically. So, and as one point regarding the text is, you should not give a long text to read it, then it loses its flavor. So you should keep it as short as and give the punch in the last person says. First one person says, second one person says. This is how it goes. And okay. My favorite cartoonist, as Madam told, Bapu is a very wonderful cartoonist because he's a Telugu, he did not come out of Telugu zone. He was not known to the world. Otherwise, he's equally good than like R.K. Lakshman. And in the current times, if you go to Surendra of the Hindu, you know that he's a very wonderful cartoonist. He recently retired, but he's still doing on his personal basis. And Subhani of Deccan Chronicle is a wonderful cartoonist and number one, I should say, in the current Indian newspaper era. And there is, of course, Sandeep Adhari also. And of course, the international level, Chapatte Patrick is wonderful, but his cartoons are discontinued recently from New York Times or somewhere, I think, for some political reasons or something. But otherwise, he's a wonderful cartoonist. And lastly, I will say one thing: if you want to enjoy the cartoon, go to the cartoonstock.com. There you can see lots and lots, tons of cartoons. You can enjoy every day there.
Master Ravinder, if you leave the link on the chat box for them, it would be easy for them.
So that's it. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. And if you could also send us a video of how to draw a basic poster just with the face, different expressions later, I think we can pass it on to all our audience.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now we move on. I hope all of you enjoyed his cartoons. I am in fact telling him that he should be compiling it into a PDF and make it a marketoon very soon, right? For so many learnings happening there. Yeah, Toastmasters needs so many fun-filled promotional activities to happen so that day in, day out, we keep ourselves motivated in a voluntary organization like this. Let's move on now. Now is the most important part of the Toastmasters session. Why? Because this is where a true Toastmaster starts budding from inside. And we have a person who's got a very innate talent given by God, and she's using it to the best. And she's got a melodious voice, and she is actually a person who's full of exuberance. Toastmaster Smita is our table topics master today. And Toastmaster Smita, either you do the song before or after. She's going to lead she's going to sing a 1 minute song, just 1 minute. We don't give you more time than that. And she's going to conduct the table topics today. Toastmaster Smita, was it Donald Duck? Yeah, Donald Duck, because it makes it nostalgic. Welcome, Toastmaster Smita. You are the table topics master. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of today, Anita. It is wonderful to see you all and see Toastmaster Ravindra with so many cartoon tips to draw. And now coming to the table topics. This is as you all know, this is a session where we practice our impromptu speeches for 1 minute minimum with the green light and 1.5 with yellow light and red at 2 minutes. So I hope timer Toastmaster Nitya is ready. Okay. May I call upon some guests who are here. Deepansh, can you please switch on the
Smita,
camera?
can we start with a veteran Toastmaster and then move to the guests?
Okay. Toastmaster Minaz, she is a Toastmaster, right? Can I call Toastmaster Minaz? Can you please switch on the camera and participate in the table topics? Okay, I'll move on to someone else. Toastmaster Nitasha. I want Toastmaster Nitasha to speak now. Are you ready, Toastmaster Nitasha?
Always, as you say, Smita.
Wonderful
Today,
to see you, Toastmaster
you're the
Nitasha.
master. Same here, lovely.
And the question, I think, okay, here is the topic for you. If you were a script writer for a cartoon movie, would you conclude the movie with the villainous character's death? If you were a script writer for a cartoon movie, would you conclude the movie with the villainous character's death? Toastmaster Nitasha.
Good evening, everybody. As always, the heart is in the mouth and the brain is racing for some points. But let's see how this goes. I wouldn't wait for the end of the program. I would kill the villainous character initially because I don't want anybody spoiling the mood of the cartoon. But however, it is one person's perspective. My favorite cartoon is Kung Fu Panda. And I used to think before when, Oogway from Kung Fu Panda, okay? So when he used to come and he used to speak so slowly, I used to think, this old man, can't he just die so that we could just go, just move on? Yeah. But then as we grow older and seemingly wiser, I was telling Anita, Oogway became my favorite person in the cartoon. So again, when you speak about a villainous role, there were so many people who I wanted to kill. The first one that comes in my mind is Jafar from what was that? Aladdin, because he always, when we were at the peak of romance, he would come in between and just break it. So that is one thing I never loved. And for many reasons, I wanted many people in the cartoon to die in different cartoons. And in Tom and Jerry, I always wanted Tom to die. But now I know that it was Jerry who had to be killed. So you see, it's how we take, what's our take on that particular character. It's like how we look at it and how we feel about each character as and when we wise or, or our perspectives change. So yes, I would kill, like I said, I would kill all the characters initially, right from the start, so that, I can enjoy it as we go and have a really romantic and good happily ever after from the start. I don't wait till the end. So thank you. I hope that answers the question, Smita. Thank you.
Yes, truly. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitasha. Can I call upon Anita N? Anita N, can you please
Sure.
Okay, I can hear you now. Here is the topic for you. Are you ready? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Here is the question for you. What is your opinion about the introduction of cartoons in the entertainment world? Again, I repeat, what is your opinion about the introduction of cartoons in the entertainment world? Toastmaster Anita N.
I believe that cartoon was introduced just for entertainment, especially to the kids. Good evening, the Showstoppers and the other guests. The introduction of cartoon in the field of entertainment is a welcome introduction, what I believe. And if when I was a kid, I never used to see that much cartoons. I don't know the reason behind that. But along with my kids, I watched a lot of cartoons. And today, when I was approached by our TMOD, the distinguished Toastmaster Anita, I could relate a lot with the cartoon characters like Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, and more of Chota Bheem. Also, I thought many of my neighbors, they used to watch. So these characters and these shows were watched by my kids and by neighbors' kids just for the sake of entertainment. But I believe that a lot of learning also is included in that. Educational values also has played its role in the introduction of cartoons. People, they develop their cognitive skills when they watch cartoons, and they start learning early, and they can relate to a lot of characters. But of course, it has got its negative points also, negative things also, when children are allowed to watch it without any monitoring. Parents, they have to monitor. Then the cartoon show becomes true entertainment. Kids can truly enjoy, not only kids, even we as adults, we can enjoy. And as in the beginning, Toastmaster of the day had introduced this session by saying that cartoons are introduced for entertainment. So I totally agree with her. And that is also my takeaway, for this cartoon session. Thank you very much. Over to Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anita. Now, can I call upon Middat? Are you there? Can you come and participate? Or shall I call someone who is whom I can see here, whose video is on? Or before that, Kuku, Dipanch, Toastmaster Cindy. If you one of you can come and participate. Okay, I see. Cindy. Yeah, and nice to see you, Cindy. Are you ready? Can I ask you your topic? Okay. 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 Here is the question for you. What would be your reaction to grown-ups taking time out from their busy schedule to watch a cartoon show? I repeat, what would be your reaction to grown-ups taking time out from their busy schedule to watch a cartoon show? Toastmaster Cindy.
Good evening, everyone. Grown-ups watching cartoons? Do you think that it's normal or not normal? Can I have a show of hands if you think that adults watching cartoons is normal? Exactly, I have the same feeling too, because I'm one of them. And when I watch cartoons, I get to see the educational feature of it, and I do screen cartoons before I show it to my child. And when there's educational and learning following the cartoon, I would definitely show it to my son. He's a very hyperactive child. The only way to keep him sitting still is watching Little Einsteins, Dora, the Explorer, and I think Tom and Jerry. That's his choice, not my choice though, because it's very fast paced and there's no language of learning. But what now? I can't be looking after him for 24/7. Sometimes I have to cook, I have to do housework. But I do appreciate all these cartoons. And when I watch Tom and Jerry with him, I would tell him the do's and don'ts. And ladies and gentlemen, I do like to challenge all of you. Watch cartoons with your children if they are young, and tell them what are the do's and don'ts, and enjoy every moment with them, because one day when they grow up, they don't watch cartoons anymore. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmasters of the Table Topics Master. Thank you.
Thank you to Cindy. Now, okay. One last speaker I would call. I'll pick someone whose video is on. Okay. Toastmaster Arvind Nair, can you come up and participate in the table topic?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and future Toastmasters. Thank you, Smita. I'm willing. Please shoot the topic.
Okay. Here is your question. If you were given a chance to design a cartoon character, what would it be like? I repeat, if you were given a chance to design a cartoon character, what would it be like? Toastmaster Arvind.
Thank you for the topic. If I were to design a cartoon character, I think I would base it on me itself, because then it would be easier for me to breathe life into it and also to give my thoughts and my views through that character. Perhaps I may name it something else, depending on the brand, depending on the target audience that I want. And yes, it would be a great thing to see that that cartoon character will be educating my target audience. I would have the script written accordingly. And yes, we would look at a lot of things that are current that is happening. And through that character, I would like to tell the world, see, we have a lot of millennials here, and I'm a baby boomer. But there is a lot of gap between the millennials and the baby boomer. And there's a lot of learning that the baby boomers can give through the cartoons to the millennials. I know that it's a technical world and we are a little challenged, but yes, there's a lot of give and take that can take place. And I'm sure that the character that I draw up will embody my thoughts, my views, which I would like to share through that cartoon character so that the world at large can understand what it was much before the millennials were born. Thank you, and over to you, the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. Okay, I will read out some names who are not in the speakers and evaluators list. Midat, Kuku, Dipanch, would you come and participate?
Okay.
Okay. Welcome, Kuku. Shall I give you the topic? Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here is your topic. What was the first cartoon show that you ever watched? I repeat. What was the first cartoon show that you ever watched? Toastmaster Kuku.
I'm not sure if that really is my first cartoon, but I love Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman is a short person with overgrown hair, and he has a club. He has a pet though, and it's a dinosaur. I really love him because he shouts, Captain Caveman! And he has belief in himself that he has the power. I like watching cartoons, and it was a thing when I was younger. Saturdays were cartoon days. After Captain Caveman comes the Justice League, which is the old version of Super Friends. And although many people hate the Wonder Twins, I love the Wonder Twins, especially when they put their fists together and they transform with their pet monkey, Gleek, I think. What I love about cartoons, especially with Super Friends, is doing your best for the team. If you're the strategist, you think of the plan. If you're the muscle, well, then you use your strength. So there are positive things that we learn from cartoons. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kuku. Shall I wind up with the song Toastmaster of the Day, Anita?
Please.
I never watched cartoons in my childhood, but I watched a lot of Barbie movies with my daughter. The reason I used to watch with her because she used to like it. Unlike Cinderella and Rapunzel, Barbie never waited for a godmother to come and rescue. Barbie always found her own way. This is why I enjoyed watching Barbie movies. Here is the Barbie song for all of you. La 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 la. I was living in a fantasy, waiting for somebody to rescue me, but I found a way to light the dark. It was always here inside my heart. No more fairy tale pretending. I made my own happy ending. If I wasn't meant to fly, I wouldn't have these wings. I wouldn't reach up to the sky. Every night in my dreams, there's a voice inside of me saying I can't do anything. If I wasn't meant to fly, I wouldn't have these wings. Thank you all.
Wow, what a flabbergasting end to a very, very daunting or very trying segment of the meeting called the table topics. Like this is, I mean, it cannot get better. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master Smita. That is very wonderfully and beautifully conducted. A big round of applause to our able Toastmaster Smita. Thank you so much. We move on now, and can we have the timers report, Toastmaster Nitya?
Yes. Toastmaster Natasha took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Anita N took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Sydney took 1 minute 54 seconds. Toastmaster Arvind took 1 minute 41 seconds. And Toastmaster Kuku took 1 minute 30 seconds.
So everyone is qualified, right? Okay, the polls will be launched shortly. And so we move on from here now. Now is the segment where we get the breakfast. The speakers get their breakfast at the almost the latter half of the day. Now, why do we call it the breakfast? Because it's the most important meal that any Toastmaster speaker can avail, right? And that is the evaluation segment. To conduct the evaluation segment, we have, okay, I request everyone to join me in giving best wishes to our Area 64 Director, Toastmaster Raji Nair, for completing or for batting with her husband, Prabha, successfully how many years she is going to fill. Happy marriage anniversary. Is it belated? I don't know. But
Yes,
best
it is
wishes to
belated
you.
though, but thank you so much for the best wishes.
Thank you. And thank you for coming in here. And I saw the celebrations. Good luck to you and your better half.
Thank you so
Now,
much, Anita.
yeah, I just have to finish your introduction because it's a little too lengthy, right? Okay, Toastmaster Raji has been a Toastmaster I know for quite some time. She's put her steps very meticulously. She's gone up the ladder of leadership very beautifully. And today she is currently serving as the Area 64 Director under Division P umbrella. But that's just a tip of the iceberg. Now, this person I know had severe leg pain before she went for a knee surgery, but she was such a game, such a sport whenever she was called for in a voluntary organization like Toastmasters. I mean, she was just game for any support role. Now, I think this is what is Toastmasters all about. We just purely are there to help each other, to replace each other, to be there for each other, and it extends beyond just being in this platform. Thank you, Toastmaster Raji, for being such a sport, such an empathic and such an person with positive vibes. And today, I think she has cartoonized her son, the younger one, Sumit, with the Spider-Man. She says the gut instinct is what he imbibes from Spider-Man, or rather, whatever gut instinct Spider-Man has is the same that she feels about from her son. So I think that's nice to have one person like that in the family to help you all out. And here she is, she's going to work on the TAG part of and the evaluation segment of today's meeting. She will be conducting this from here on. Toastmaster Raji, are you ready with your team?
Yes.
Just a second, we have Toastmaster DTM Arvind Nair here. He is the past District 98 President. Please join me in welcoming him on the chat box also as an applause. Thank you so much, Arvindji.
Thank you.
We move on. Please stay on. Your feedback will be very valuable to us. Toastmaster Raji, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Anita, for those kind words. I'm truly honored and humbled. So, all right, so let's get in with this evaluation part. So I'm a general evaluator for today. And let me do the portion which I am assigned. So without much ado, let me invite the first evaluator for today, that is Toastmaster Nitasha. She will be evaluating Toastmaster Manpreet, who just presented her level 1 P2 evaluation and feedback, the title Bullying. So speaking about Nitasha, she is a Toastmaster for the last 2 years and currently serving as a Sergeant at Arms at Showstoppers. So all the best, Nitasha. We're waiting to hear from you, your evaluation report.
Thank you so much, Raji. Okay, so Manpreet, it was a wonderful attempt. Well, let's start with the topic. Okay, bullying is a major concern in today's society. So the topic was a right pick. Speaking about the content of your topic, of the speech, it was very, very informative. And it was accompanied by visual and verbal treat, which gave more life to the topic. And adding your friend's story to explain the whole concept, it added to the pulse of your speech. I loved your comfort, your simple sentences, and you included the bully's perspective and the victim's perspective. You highlighted the problem and suggested the solution to it, which didn't, to an extent where it didn't leave the audience hanging, which shows you had good comfort level, good command over the topic, and you had very good audience awareness. However, the more we keep polishing our skills, the more we shine as a speaker. Okay, so here goes a few suggestions. When we use presentation, I know presentation mastery is your feedback, your pathway. But however, when we present a speech, the power should be in the flow of our speech. Okay, it's the presentation should be a side, okay, a side help where it should be like how you divert the put sand in the eyes of the audience just to take their focus from you so that you can breathe. Okay, but the complete power should be in the flow of your speech. However, sometimes I felt that as you went through the slide, you were focusing more on the slide and trying to read out or explain what the slide had. But actually speaking, the topic, your content had it all. Just put a little flow to it. Okay. Secondly, what I would say is a conclusion is this cherry on the top, where you have a recap on all that you have said so far. Okay, so if you have a solid conclusion, it adds more value and more clarity to your speech. So apart from these two, I felt that it was a wonderful attempt coming up with an informative topic, which was presented with visual and vocal clarity and audience awareness and a seemingly great comfort level. However, to kick it up a notch, what you can do is just focus on the flow of your speech, give more priority to it. So you had it, but give more priority to the flow of the speech and have a solid conclusion so that it is like, you reach that round point, you complete your round. Okay, you complete that, the presentation well, okay, the speech well. So you were great, Manpreet. I really loved it. And over to you, Raji.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitasha. Okay, after all the evaluations are done, I'll give my report on the evaluation. All right. So now let's invite our second evaluator for today. That is Toastmaster Chaitanya Kimji. He is a businessman since 35 years. That's good. That's a long time, I would say. A passionate Toastmaster. And he's in Toastmasters fraternity for the last 6 years and is currently immediate past area director. So he would be evaluating Toastmaster Ronak, who just presented his level 2 project 1 from leadership development, title, I'm Not Prepared. I didn't think so. Okay, let's see what our evaluator has to say. So Toastmaster Chaitanya, please put your hands together to welcome evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster Raji. A very good evening to all of you, and a special good evening to our speaker of the day, Toastmaster Ronak. What a fantastic opening. An opening which really created interest in me particularly. It put me in a quandary, and I was really shaken, if not stirred, by the way in which you made me feel that you were really not prepared. I feel that the personal story of yours visiting your tribe with your friend was really an intriguing story of the animalistic ceremony that took place with the groom, all the vivid description that you enacted with your vivid and most meticulous mannerisms. You could really see the picture right in front of the eyes, and that was so beautifully depicted, especially the flagellation and the blood and the pain and the unpreparedness of the groom was really well depicted. I really liked the manner in which you used the metaphorical connection between the young man's story of being unprepared and the acceptance of the same pain with a smile. To your speech, where you connected with the audience about your unpreparedness, as well as the satirical manner in which you pleasured the fact that there was a motive behind each person to connect with you. I feel that your speech really had the charm and the value that it attached to the way you mannered the description of the story, to your unpreparedness at that particular moment of time. Now, I would like to tell you some areas of improvement. While you mentioned the story in a witty manner, the endurance was connected well, the unpreparedness was depicted well, but the smile of your story carried one value, but it missed another value. The most important value, that of time. The value of time was missing. The second thing that I did not see in your speech was that the conclusion did not have the value of vital element of time management. While you said in the beginning that you were spending a lot of time not focusing on the speech, you missed out the fact that the smiling with endurance is not the only thing that is a challenge as far as leadership is concerned. Your speech had the beauty of description, the story, the connect, the humor, the body language. If you connected your conclusion well with the vivid planning of the time management, your speech will go to the next level, over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chaitanya. All right, we move on to the next evaluator. That is Toastmaster Amita, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Kamini Shah, who just presented level 3 P2 from Motivational Strategies, Inspire Your Audience. Title, He Who Speaks Can Sell. Toastmaster Anita is a Toastmaster for the last 2 years, and she is currently the president of Showstoppers. She is a go-getter, and she's very committed and passionate Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Amita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raji. I had heard this somewhere. Inspiring your audience is all about helping them see their own vision, not yours. Good evening to one and all present here. Congratulations to my target speaker, Toastmaster Kamini, for having completed your L3P2 project titled He Who Speaks Can Sell. I commend you, Toastmaster Kamini, for that lovely, short, crisp, and inspiring speech. I will present my evaluation based on what I what I saw, what I heard, and what I felt. So what I saw, you were very confident and dynamic. You articulated pretty well. I loved the way you began your speech by showing the colorful purse. I am impressed with the way you involved the audience by asking prompting questions and prompting gestures. It was a good idea to reiterate the title again and again during the whole course of your speech and making it impactful. Because you believed in the topic, the conviction was very much visible to me. What I heard, clear enunciation of words with crisp, clear voice. What I felt, though there were characters in your speech, I couldn't actually see them or hear them. You had a chance to use anomalous voice to depict those characters of your dad and you as a little girl. You could have become the little girl asking daddy, "Oh, daddy, what do I do?" And daddy with a heavy voice answering, "Remember, Dolly, he who speaks can sell." And yeah, what I felt is you could have added an incidence from another person's life too, because a good content in the storytelling is actually it's telling your story well. It's not just the content. And to summarize, you sounded like a professional, inspirational leader who has a command over the language, and you spoke with conviction because you believe in the topic. He who speaks can sell. A bit of attention toward the vocal variety and display of your speech if you have a chance, along with the content of the speech. It can be more influential, will surely make your speech an anomalous speech and will make all the more difference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amita. So I'll give my evaluation report also during a general evaluation. That will be better. So now please put your hands together to welcome the our counter, that is Toastmaster Kokila Ashar. Toastmaster Kokila, she belongs to Morrison Muscat Toastmasters Club, a teacher by profession, and her hobbies are reading, traveling, and listening to music. She believes that education and moral values are very vital in developing a child's personality. And she believes the end of education is, what is that?
Character.
Yeah. She believes the end of education is character. So please put your hands together to welcome our counter for today, Toastmaster Kokila Ashar.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for a very precise and good introduction. I am ready with the report. The entire session was really entertaining and enthralling. Let us all give a round of applause for a very entertaining session. But as we know, Toastmasters here, the speaker from the position 1 till the end has to avoid using more of the crutch and the pause and the filler words and repeated words and and ahs. The Toastmaster Natasha in today's meeting has used one end and one ahs. Overall, we have used a lot of 22's ahs and twice repeated words. We have also had the President welcome by Toastmaster Amita, who used the lexical word "and" twice and "okay" once, and once the "are" words. The Toastmaster of the day used the "ahs" 5 times. The word master used "so" 4 times. Nitya used the timer. Toastmaster Nitya used the filler word "so." The speaker 1 used and the repeated words very twice. We had Toastmaster, the speaker 2 using "so" thrice. We had
Toastmaster Speaker 3 using the word and because, and as 5 times. The table topic master used so. We had Toastmaster Chaitanya Kimji and the general evaluator using no, as, and no filler words. This is a practice sessions, and we know that whenever we speak, it's not easy, but it is to avoid all the ahs and ums, but at least we can minimize and improve our communication and speaking skills. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kokila, for the detailed report of yours. Thank you very much. Now let's move on to the grammarian report. And to present this report, we have Toastmaster Sridevi. Toastmaster Sridevi, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raji. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It had been a pleasure listening to all of you. There had been some great usage of words, idioms, phrases throughout the meeting. Would like to share a few examples. The idioms like heart is in the mouth, used by Toastmaster Natasha. The quote like, if you can dream it, you can do it, used by Toastmaster Amita. Toastmaster Amita also used words like mastery, sensation, zeal, articulate. Toastmaster Anita used idioms like ahead of time, good old days, etc. And Toastmaster Ronak used some of the powerful adverb like absolutely. And Toastmaster Manpreet used idiom take a stand, easier said than done. Toastmaster Kamini used words like depicting, introvert, dejected. She also used the phrase prove the point. Toastmaster Chaitanya used word vivid, meticulous, endurance. The word of the day was used by the following speakers: Toastmaster Anita, Toastmaster Amita, Toastmaster Chaitanya, Toastmaster Ronak, and Toastmaster Kamini. As you can see, the word of the day has been really helpful in conveying your message. I hope everyone would use it more often in the future speeches. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sridevi, for that comprehensive report. All right, is it time for my general evaluation or TMOD? Who is it?
The timer report of the evaluators. And then you can go ahead.
Timer, can we have the report, please?
Toastmaster Natasha took 3 minutes 9 seconds. Toastmaster Chaitanya took 3 minutes 28 seconds, and Toastmaster Amita took 4 minutes 56 seconds. All are qualified.
Okay, Toastmaster Amita, what did you say? Come again.
Toastmaster Amita took 2 minutes 56 seconds.
4 minutes. Okay.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, great. So all are qualified. We heard 4. All right. Thank you so much.
I think we're really running short of time. Really, we've not noticed, but it's fine.
Already at 6.
Yeah. Toastmaster Raji, over to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's cast the vote for the best evaluator. All right. Okay, so good evening, fellow Toastmasters, showstoppers, and guests from all around the world. A warm welcome to each one of you. I'd say it was indeed an anomalous 44th meeting. So when DTM Anita approached me to take up the role of general evaluation, I found the theme very enticing. I must say it was out of the ordinary. And I was expecting this fun-filled meeting, and it was, I would say. It was a it was a totally new experience. I personally got to know so many things about what cartoon is, though I'm not too much of a cartoon person, but I'm sure I got to learn so much from today's meeting. Next, we had the call to order. I missed the beginning portion, but the meeting was spot on at 4 by Sergeant at Arms Natasha. She outlined the ground rules and the club mission. Natasha, I must tell you have a very attractive voice. I hope you know that. You have a very beautiful voice, a husky voice. Use it to your advantage. Yes, that is what I would like to say to Natasha. Please use it. I always, whenever I hear you speak, I just love, I get, mesmerized by that voice. Please use it to your advantage. Next, we had the presidential address. President Toastmaster Amita, she started with that an inspirational story of Walt Disney, like all our dreams come true if you have the courage to pursue it. And it was so much in sync with the theme, beautifully done. And she reminded everyone of the upcoming division debate happening, which is scheduled on 29th of October. Yes, members, please do gear up for all that. We are looking forward because Showstoppers, I personally know they have so much of potential. I mean, I want you to be, you have been there before. I want you to be in the forefront, taking part in the debate. Yes, and the guest introduction, you immediately caught up on that. You realized that you missed on the introduction part, and that was beautifully done. But we had some guests joining in the later part also. Probably towards the closing, you can do that because introduction of guests, the meet and greet segment is an extremely important segment, I would say, and an important exercise of moments of truth. I mean, the guests have to be welcomed very warmly because we are online and we have guests joining us from all over the world. So we need to feel them wanted and welcome in our meeting. I'm sure you'll be doing that. All right. And plus, then you could have brought up some slides of the previous year, where showstoppers have done so well in the debates and the contest. I would have loved to see that, So please put up that PPT of showstoppers so that the members and guests from other clubs would know like where showstoppers is standing. All right. So next we had the minutes of the meeting read out by Toastmaster Sridevi. It was like crisp and it gave a snapshot of what happened in a previous meeting. Like I was not there, but I could understand like what happened, what was the content or what happened in the previous meeting. So job well done on that. So I'm just going in the order, like how it is placed in the agenda. Next, we had our TMOD, DTM Anita. Anita, you started with that analogy like coffee or tea and about the addiction part, and with coffee and tea, you said there can be an end to it, but I beg to differ here. With coffee and tea, like, once you get addicted to it, I think like cartoon can come later for me, but coffee and tea, anytime. Like I drink tea at least like 4 to 5 times a day. Anytime tea is okay for me. But yes, that was beautifully brought up by you. And you brought in so many areas like the mentioned so many cartoon characters, the Asterix, the Archies, the Mandrake. It took me to my school days and college days. Like, whom do you cartoonize, idolize? You gave the exact meaning, what the theme was all about, the origin of cartoon, the cartoon culture, why they were created, the genre, like purely for entertainment. That is A. Then you brought in so many factors like R.K. Lakshman. Yes, the Times of India. That was one thing I used to read. So I could relate that very, I could relate to that part, the common man's cartoon man. Then the scholastic cartoons, the folk tales, the cartoon strips, yes, those ones like I do read. The marketing side, all beautifully done. And there was so much of learning for me, and I'm sure for the audience as well. So very well done, Toastmaster Anita, on that. Kudos and good you thought about this out of the ordinary theme. I know, and you know how to hold on the audience pulse. I mean, you kept us, waiting to know more about cartoons, and I'm sure I have developed an interest now, though I'm not too much into cartoons. Job well done on that. Next, we had our word master. She came up with a beautiful word, anomaly. But Neha, where are you? Do I see you in the audience? Neha, yes. I would suggest that you please put up a slide or a PPT, because it was not easy to understand or comprehend what exactly you said, and probably your way of speaking is a little faster. So the whole idea of the word master is to increase the vocabulary of the audience. So we want you to show us, put it in a slide, maybe the noun form, the adjective form. You could have presented that and brought in a couple of examples, how we can use this in a sentence. Though the word was very good, so that is my only suggestion. Otherwise, you did a very good job, and the word was also good, and it was used by so many members in the audience, and that is the best part. When the word master brings a word, and when all the members use it, you feel, yes, your duty, you have fulfilled your role as a word master. So job well done on that, but please take care of the suggestion part. Then we had all the speakers. The speakers were all amazing, from Manpreet to Ronak to Kamini. Like, Kamini, are you there? Or like you literally made me laugh when you said that Kamini thing. But in the audience, like, I don't know how many people follow Hindi, so probably you could have explained what that Kamini means. Kamini is a derogatory form, you use when you address a woman, and Kamini is something, a beautiful or loving woman. So you could have explained that, but those who follow Hindi, they understood, and I was really laughing it out. And you had that leadership quality in you, the way you said that you stop your boss. Okay, yes, I'm not Kamini, I'm Kamini. Yes. All right. Both the speakers, Manpreet and Ronak, you guys were amazing. You did a great job. Ronak, you have a great body language, voice modulation, and you look like a storyteller. I mean, who say that you were not prepared? Whether it is Tuesday or Wednesday, it looks like even like yesterday you look like completely prepared and you came for the speech. So good job on that. All the speakers, well done. You were aptly evaluated by all the evaluators. So I wouldn't get much into that. Then we had the introduction of the cartoon creation by Toastmaster Ravindra. Toastmaster Ravindra, this is the first time I got an opportunity to see you. Though we belong to the same area 64, I spoke to you probably once, but then knowing that you have this talent, this is the first time I came to know that you are such a talented person. And this was the highlight of the evening, I would say. And you were very modest in saying that you are amateur, or rather immature, as a cartoonist. I could see that subtle side of humor throughout your presentation, and you kept that straight poker face, and you had so much of humor in your thing, and how beautifully you connected it with Toastmasters, right from the sergeant at arms to all the role players, whether it is a debate or a contest, like, it was so beautifully put up and we could relate to it. That was well done, and I truly loved it. Then also you presented, what was it? The sketching part. Like, we would have loved to see more, but then due to time constraint, you told us like how a lady or a man or a boy or kid is presented with probably the eyebrows, the body is big, the head is small, and all those things. And thank you for sharing that link with us, cartoon.stock.com. I'll definitely visit that, so that I would like to enlighten myself on this subject. So thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra, for the beautiful presentation. Next, we had the evaluation, right? I think all the evaluators have done a wonderful job, right from Natasha, evaluator number 1. You brought out the strong points of the speaker, like her way of presentation, her confidence, the bullies and the victim side of the story. Everything was put up beautifully. Even I felt that the slide part created that small disconnect somewhere. That is what even I felt, and that was rightly pointed out by her. and the flow of the speech got a little disconnect because of the slide. Probably you could have avoided that, and towards the end you could have thrown a question to the audience like, have you been a part of this? Have you been bullied, and how did you overcome? Something like that. You could have thrown a question at the audience, something. Toastmaster Chaitanya, you seem like you are a seasoned evaluator. I mean, there was nothing to say. Like, everything was beautifully brought up by you. The suggestion part, the strong point of the speaker, it was like spot on. Like, and what the improvement which you mentioned, the conclusion could have been a little more stronger, since it was about time management. It was very beautifully done. I don't have much to comment on that. All the points were like tick marks on that. Then evaluator Amita, yeah, what you saw, heard, and felt, that was properly brought out by you, and I quite liked it. Here again, your suggestions for voice modulation, the dad and the girl part, like you enacted on show, and you that is the best part of an evaluator. You show how it can be done well. So I quite like that. Good job, well done. All the evaluators did a great job. I think I can see the red there. I know I have to rush now. Do I have the time? So I need to cover the R counter and grammarian. R counter, yes. Kokila, you did a great job. I mean, you pointed out with names. I mean, some clubs, they don't like taking names, but I would suggest, yes, until and unless you mention who has used the R counters, the crutch words a number of times, it's easy for us to improve, because crutch words is something, we just use it unknowingly, we fill in so that we get time to connect what we want to say, and the flow of thoughts fall in place. So thank you for letting us know, and we'll be careful and take care of it, that we use less of it. Grammarian report, Toastmaster Sri Devi, like you brought in the good phrases, words, the word of the day, the word count of that. Job well done on that. You're doing a good job, Sri Devi, like being a Toastmaster, a new Toastmaster at Showstoppers. Job well done. Have I covered everyone? Anita? Yes. All right. So if I, okay, in the business, a small suggestion I'd like to give to the president of the club, Toastmaster Amita, like during the business portion, I think you can tell the challenges you're facing, your club is facing. Like we are like Showstoppers is having a problem with membership. You can address it, since we have so many guests here. You can tell them we are looking for to improve upon our club strength. It would be nice, like if a guest, because always a guest is a prospective member. So we'd like to tell them to help our club, because we are going through a tough time, Showstoppers. We'd like to have you as a member. You can tell them about the online fee structure, so that because right now I can see there are 4 members from Showstoppers, and all the role players are from outside. So I would appreciate, as an area director, the guests who have attended the meeting today, like this is an amazing club. We have so much of potential here. So I'd really appreciate, like, if you would take membership in Showstoppers and help us grow, because as in our fraternity, we help each other, uplift each other, and that is the way we grow. So that is my humble request to our guest who has attended today. And yeah, that's about it. So all the very best, Showstoppers, and all the guests. I had a fabulous time. I hope you two had a fabulous time. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. I mean, we have to really rush at 6:15.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raji. I think that was a great insight to our meeting number 44. Yes, we are having a dearth for members, but then we are growing. We're growing gradually, and we are looking for motivated members to join us, motivated Toastmasters and motivated new members. And there are people in a row. We do have people who are eager to join us. Hope that 45th meeting will be a milestone for us. Yep. Madam President, over to you. I will have nothing more to say that, let's all watch cartoons and be happy, have fun. There's more to it, but then we can do it later. Thank you so much. Over to you, President, Club President Toastmaster Amrita.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Anita, for pulling on this show so well. And thank you, Area Director Raji Naya, for that insightful feedback. And surely I will make it a point to display our need the next time. Okay, and I see there was Ayaz. Are you a guest?
That's Natasha.
Is that Natasha?
Can we have District 98?
That's me.
Okay,
Natasha.
sorry.
Can we have DTM Arvind Nair say a few words, Amita?
Yes, please, DTM Arvind Nair, if you could say a few words and give us a good feedback for our club.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Maybe you can just close the meeting and then we can do this.
Yeah, I think you could do that because you're already running over time.
Okay. So should I display the certificates before?
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm sharing my screen. So the best evaluator goes to, sorry.
Okay, we already saw all. The suspense is out. All right.
Okay, the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Chaitanya Khimji. Best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Arvind Nair. And the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Kamini Shah. With all this, I would like to declare this meeting number 44 closed. And thank you each and everyone for making this evening a wonderful one. Okay. I'll stop.
Thank you.
Yeah. DTM Arvind Nair, can we hear a few words from you?
Thank you very much. I joined the meeting a little late, rather. I missed all the speeches. I was there at the fag end when Ravindra was talking. So I got it only from that time onwards. But having heard the evaluation and the general evaluation given by Raji Nair, I got an idea of what the club was doing and how they are performing. A few things that I noticed. Well, you were doing a great job considering what I heard about Raji saying the number of members that you have, and you're roping in people from all the other clubs so that the club sustains, nobody goes off, and yes, you need to bring in members. There are a few things that I thought we do it differently in our part of the world. Perhaps